Hi everyone, so today we're going to be doing this easy sort of 3D style. I don't really know what to call it, but anyways, this style is actually pretty unique. I've only seen a few people do this style and it's actually really nice. I do have a mega link in the description so you can find a few like scenery pictures to use. If you have a scenery in mind and it's not in the link, then just try a few different Google searches, scroll down to Google a bit. It's pretty hard to find good pictures to use for this type of style. And it's even harder to find pictures of your person where you can kind of make it look like they're actually in that scene, you know, pictures of them that fit in that scene. So first I'm just going to show you how I usually find my pictures. This is mainly like for K-pop idols. If you edit an influencer, I'm sure you can find something through their Instagram or something. I find most of my pictures on Twitter. If I don't get it from Twitter, then it's from like a photo shoot that I know they did. I usually find them in Threads, pic accounts, or if there's a photo shoot that I know like there's this one picture where it's the exact pose I'm looking for, I will look for that. So if I'm looking for a picture of Jimin standing, then I usually just search up Jimin airport fashion thread. And there's several pictures of him just standing here at several angles. So yeah, that's one way to find pictures. I also like to search up like Jimin model thread, because that could also have them like, okay, here, like I could edit this to make it look like he's sitting on something. Same thing for this, we could edit this so it could look like he's in a garden or something. Sometimes if I still can't find what I'm looking for, I just search up Jimin thread, just look through every single thread, like look at the pictures and see if you find something. Sometimes I also like to go through like pic accounts, so Jimin pics. But the problem with this is that like they're not specified searches, so you're probably gonna have to look through a lot of tweets to find like a specific pose. And like I said, if there's a photo shoot and I remember like there was a specific pose that he did in that photo shoot, then I will just search for that. So for example, this photo shoot, like they're all in a garden, these would be perfect for like a garden scene type of clip. So yeah, that's how I find pictures for K-pop idols. If you're editing an influencer, once again, I'm sure you can find something on their Instagram. But anyways, let's get started with the actual transition. So let's go to new, multi-layer, press 3D. So just import your picture for the first layer. It doesn't have to be fitted like this. You can keep it like that. But once you actually import it, you want to zoom it in so that it fills the borders. But this way you still have the pictures on the side, so you can kind of make it move through, so it's like going from here to here, you know. Now you want to add your person. Now of course you need to mask them out. If you don't know how to add a mask, just click on this plus here and then click on this person right there and it'll automatically create a mask for you. I'm just going to clean this up a bit and restore anything that like shouldn't have been cut off. Now go into that layer. And I'm just going to increase the depth a bit, usually around like 5 to 10 should be good. And just kind of move them wherever you want on the scene, try to make it realistic. I'm also going to add the outline fuzzy effect and make it black. Then you want to just decrease it so it kind of looks like there's a bit of a shadow. I'm going to make it a bit of a gray actually. Just try to make it look like there's a shadow, just try to make it look as realistic as possible. Now this next thing doesn't exactly apply to other scenes, but in a scene like this where you're trying to make it look like a garden, it's best if you add some flowers over them. Once again, all of these pictures will be in the mega link in the description. Now just go into that layer and I'm just going to increase the depth so it's in front of him. Decrease the size, you know, just like make it look realistic. You guys are probably gonna get so tired of me saying that throughout this. Once again, I'm just going to add outline fuzzy to make it have a bit of a shadow around it. I'm going to add another image of flowers. So yeah, just like that, just try to add other little PNGs to make it look realistic. So once you're happy with how your little scene looks, just add a master with all of your layers, and now you can add the movement to this. So for a scene like this where you have a wide picture, what I would do is go over here to the left, and then at the end of my clip I'm just going to drag it to the other side. and just see how that looks. I'm also going to turn it horizontally a bit like this. If you want to turn it vertically, so it's at another angle, make sure that you look around the edges. So you can see here, you can see a bit of like where there isn't a picture. So I'm just going to increase the size so that that's hidden. And then at the end, change the angle. If you're trying to preview it and it's a bit laggy, then what you can do is just turn off the outline fuzzy for now. And then just make sure to go back and add in the effect once you're happy with the movements. So now I can preview it smoothly. And that made me realize I did not like how it looks. So I'm just going to keep changing the movement. Once you're happy with how your movement looks, just don't forget to put the outline fuzzy back on. And then create. Now to add a bit of lighting, I'm just going to go back to multi-layer and have your clip that you just made. And for layer 2, I'm just going to add a black color layer, add a mask, and you want to add this fuzzy circle like that, and you're going to invert it. Now I'm just going to increase the size and turn down the opacity. Just play around with the values of the opacity and the size until it looks nice. Try to turn down the opacity so that you can't clearly see like the fuzziness like that. You want to make it kind of blend in with the picture. And create. Now I'm going to create another one where you can see the quote-unquote floor. So for example, I have my little city. Just like the other one, I'm just going to zoom it in so that it fills the screen. Make sure to press 3D. So your second layer is going to be the floor of your scene. I did leave some pictures in the mega link, but once again, you know, I only have a few scenes in there, so you're gonna have to do a bit of Googling. So for this case, what I would usually Google is like city street texture. The word texture is super important when you're doing your searches. So yeah, just try to find a picture that will match like the floor of your backdrop. So I'm going to use this picture. It doesn't match it exactly, but you know, it's close enough. Now just go into that layer and we're going to turn it vertically by 25 and then drag it down. And now I'm going to look from the top and I'm going to increase the depth just like that. So for this scene, since the picture is actually wide, I'm going to increase the size of this so that it fits the whole picture. So for this scene, one thing that you could do with this is have like multiple little cutouts of your person. Now I'm just going to add a mask. Now go into that layer. Now just view it from this angle and just increase the depth. Of course, size down your picture. You don't want to make your person look like a giant. I'm just going to move him down so, you know, it actually looks like he's standing on the floor. Now I'm just going to add another cutout of him. I'm just going to copy keyframes from the last layer and increase the depth some more and just move it to the other side. Now I'm just going to add a master. And what you could do with this is you can turn it at an angle like we've been doing and drag it down like this and increase the depth or the size, either one, just to have it like closer to the person that you're using. I'm also going to drag it down so it kind of like pans up, but at the end we're just going to turn it at another angle, decrease the depth, and I'm just gonna move it up. You know, just once again, just be creative with this. And I forgot to mention this in the last one, but to add your graphs, just go like halfway in between your clips and just mark down everything that you changed. So I changed the path and the horizontal arrows. So now I'm just going to add my graphs for those. Unfortunately, this little like issue here is just kind of hard to get rid of. So if you really can't get rid of it, then just try to make the color background like match the picture. So I made it like a gray to match the gray floor, and now it's just a little bit more hidden and not that noticeable. So Lastly, I'm just going to add lighting to this, so go back to multi-layer, add a black color layer, and add the like fuzzy circle. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow my Instagram @ForgoYunes. Link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.